Welcome to Stoic Blueprint, where we combine ancient wisdom with modern insights to help men lead more purposeful lives. Today, we're delving into a critical topic for any man in a relationship: the mistakes that can destroy attraction and respect with women. You see, many men make certain errors that, often unintentionally, chip away at the very foundation of their relationships. These mistakes can range from communication blunders to neglecting personal growth, and they can have profound effects on how your partner perceives you. In this video, I'm going to share 12 of the most common mistakes men make that can sabotage their relationships. Each section will break down one mistake, explain why it's problematic, provide a real-life example, and offer practical advice on how to avoid or correct it. But before we dive in, I want to make sure you're getting the most out of this video. So if you find this content valuable, please like and subscribe to Stoic Blueprint for more insights on building healthier relationships and living a stoic life. Now let's start with why this matters. In any relationship, attraction and respect are like the twin pillars that hold up the structure. Without them, the relationship can't stand strong. Attraction keeps the spark alive, while respect ensures that both partners value each other's worth and boundaries. So what are these 12 mistakes? Let's begin with the first one. Mistake number 1, poor communication. Here's a truth bomb to kick things off. Poor communication isn't just a hiccup. It's the fastest way to torch attraction and respect in any relationship. Did you know over 60% of couples point to this as the dagger that ends it all? Yeah, it's that serious, man. When you don't talk, or worse, talk without really saying anything, you're handing her a one-way ticket to Disconnection City. So, what's poor communication? It's clamming up when she's upset, half listening while you scroll your phone, or dodging the tough stuff because it feels awkward. It kills respect because she stops seeing you as a partner she can trust. Attraction fades too. Nothing dries up that spark faster than feeling unheard. Women crave a man who can hold a real conversation, not just grunt and nod. Take my buddy Jake, for example. Solid guy, works hard, loves his girl. But last year, she started pulling away. Why? He'd come home, she'd ask about his day, and he'd hit her with fine or nothing much. Meanwhile, she'd vent about work, and he'd zone out, thinking she just needed to blow off steam. One night, she snapped, "I don't even know who you are anymore." Ouch. Jake didn't get it. Thought he was being stoic, keeping it cool. Nope. He was shutting her out, and she felt invisible. That's how relationship mistakes men make sneak up on you. Here's some wisdom from Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Jake's mistake? He didn't control the conversation. He let silence take over. Communication isn't weakness, it's power. So how do you fix this? Start simple. Be present. When she talks, put the phone down and listen. Really listen. Ask questions. Show you're in it. Share your own thoughts too. Don't just bottle it up like some lone wolf. If something's tough, say it straight. Hey, this is hard for me to talk about, but here's what's up. Weekly check-ins work wonders. Grab a beer, sit down and ask, "How we doing?" It's not about overanalyzing, it's about keeping the lines open. That's how to maintain attraction and rebuild respect in relationships, one real talk at a time. All right, man, buckle up for the second mistake. If you're clueless about emotional intelligence, you're digging a grave for attraction and respect faster than you can say "I'm fine." Emotional intelligence, EQ, isn't some touchy-feely buzzword. It's your ability to read her feelings, manage your own, and connect on a level that actually matters. Miss this and you're toast. Here's the deal. Women don't just want a guy who's tough. They want one who gets it. When you brush off her emotions with a calm down or act like a robot when she's upset, you're not stoic, you're checked out. That kills respect because she feels like you don't care. Attraction? Gone too. She's not drawn to a brick wall. Relationship mistakes men make like this turn healthy relationships with women into cold, distant standoffs. Let me tell you about my friend Mike. Great dude, built like a linebacker, but his EQ near zero. His girlfriend Sarah would come home stressed from work, dropping hints she needed to vent. Mike's move? Just relax, it's not a big deal. One time she teared up about a fight with her mom, and he just sat there awkward saying, it'll be okay. She told me later, I feel like I'm dating a statue. Mike thought he was being strong, but Sarah felt alone. That disconnect, it pushed her away, and they barely made it through the year. Seneca nailed it. What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears. Life's messy, and so are emotions, yours and hers. Ignoring that doesn't make you a rock, it makes you irrelevant. Here's how to fix it. Tune in. Next time she's off, don't fix it. Ask, what's going on? And listen. Name your own feelings too. Say, I'm pissed about work, instead of bottling it. Read her cues. If she's quiet, check in with you good? Practice empathy. Imagine her shoes for a sec. It's not about turning soft, it's about showing you're human. That's how to maintain attraction and keep respect alive. One real connection at a time. Okay, let's dig into mistake number 3. Neglecting personal growth. If you're coasting through life, letting yourself stagnate, you're not just screwing yourself. You're killing attraction and respect in your relationship. Neglecting personal growth isn't about forgetting to hit the gym one week. It's about letting your mind, goals, and drive gather dust. Women notice, man, and it's a deal breaker. Here's why it stings. A guy who stops growing stops inspiring. Respect in relationships comes from seeing you as a man with purpose, someone who's got his shit together and keeps pushing. When you slack off, she starts wondering if you're still that guy she signed up for. Attraction fades too. Nothing's less sexy than a dude who's fine being average. Relationship mistakes men make like this turn you from a leader into a passenger, and no one's drawn to that. Take my buddy Tom. He's a good guy, met his girl, Lisa, when he was hustling at work, hitting the books and chasing big dreams. They clicked hard, but after a year, Tom got comfy, stopped reading, quit the side projects, just parked on the couch with Netflix and beers. Lisa tried nudging him. What's your next move? But he'd shrug. I'm good. She didn't say much, but I saw it. Her spark dimmed. She told me once, he used to light up talking about his goals. Now he's just there. Tom thought chilling was enough, but Lisa lost that admiration. They're still together, but it's shaky. Marcus Aurelius dropped this gem. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Growth isn't optional, it's your duty. Stagnation tells her you've checked out of your own life, and she'll check out too. So how do you dodge this? Get moving, set a goal, learn a skill, lift heavier, read a damn book, and chase it. Share it with her. I'm working on this. Want to see? Show discipline. Skip the third beer for a morning run. Reflect too. Ask yourself monthly, am I better than I was? It's not about perfection, it's about progress. That's how to maintain attraction and keep her respect. Stay a man worth rooting for. All right, brother, we are now heading to mistake number 4, which is a gut punch. If you're clinging to her like a lifeline, you're not just annoying. You're shredding attraction and respect faster than a paper umbrella in a storm. Being too needy or desperate isn't love. It's a vibe killer. Women want a rock, not a puppy begging for scraps. Let's break it down. Neediness shows up when you're texting her nonstop for reassurance, fishing for compliments, or freaking out if she's busy. It screams insecurity, and that's a stake through respect in relationships. She can't lean on a guy who's leaning too hard on her. Attraction? Toast. A man who's desperate doesn't spark desire. He sparks pity. Relationship mistakes men make like this turn healthy relationships with women into unbalanced messes where she's more caretaker than partner. My friend Dave learned this the hard way. He started dating Jen, sharp, independent girl, and man, he was hooked. But instead of playing it cool, he'd blow up her phone. "You good? Miss you." 5 times a day. If she went out with friends, he'd sulk, asking, "Why didn't you invite me?" Jen tried to laugh it off, but I saw her pull back. One night she told him, "I need space, Dave. You're suffocating me." He thought he was showing devotion. She saw a guy who couldn't stand on his own. That clinginess dimmed her fire for him, and they fizzled out fast. Robert Greene nails it in The Art of Seduction. Desperation is a lack of power, and power attracts. Clinging makes you weak in her eyes. Stoic strength doesn't beg. Here's the fix. Own your space. Chill on the double text. Let her come to you sometimes. Build your own life. Hit the gym. Hang with the boys. Chase a goal. So she's not your whole world. When you're together, be present, not possessive. If you feel that itch to cling, pause and ask, am I acting from strength or fear? Confidence, not desperation, is how to maintain attraction. Stand tall, man. She'll respect you for it. All right, brother, let's dig into 5th mistake, which is not expressing emotions or vulnerability. This is a wake-up call. If you're locking your emotions up tighter than a bank vault, you're not being stoic. You're pushing her away. Not expressing emotions or vulnerability might feel like strength, but it's one of those relationship mistakes men make that quietly guts attraction and respect. Women don't want a statue. They want a man who's real. Here's the rub. When you stonewall your feelings, never saying "I'm stressed" or "that hurt me," you're building a wall she can't climb. Respect in relationships fades because she can't trust someone who won't let her in. Attraction takes a hit too. There's no spark in a guy who's all surface, no depth. She's not asking for a sob fest. She just needs to see her human. Shutting down doesn't scream tough. It screams distant, and that's a killer in healthy relationships with women. My friend Chris is a classic case. He's a big dude, ex-military, prides himself on keeping it together. His girl Emily adored him until she didn't. She'd ask how he felt about stuff, work, their fights, and he'd just grunt, "It's fine," or change the subject. One time after a rough week, she broke down crying, begging him to open up. Chris froze, said, "I don't do that." She told me later, "I feel like I'm with a ghost. I don't know him." He thought hiding emotions was masculine, but it left her lonely. They split a month later. Chris didn't see it coming, but I did. Seneca said it best, "There is no shame in shedding tears over what moves you." Vulnerability isn't weakness, it's courage. Bottle it up and you're not protecting her, you're isolating her. Here's how to fix it. Crack the door open. Start small. Next time she asks how you're doing, say, "Rough day, honestly. Work's a grind." If you're pissed or hurt, name it. That bugged me. Here's why. Don't overdo it, just enough to show you're alive in there. Ask her to share too. It's a two-way street. How to maintain attraction? Be a man who's strong enough to feel. She'll respect you more for it. All right, brother, here's a hard truth to swallow. Mistake number 6, dishonesty. If you're lying, even those little white ones, you're lighting a match to attraction and respect in your relationship. Dishonesty isn't just about big betrayals. It's the small dodges and half-truths that erode trust like rust on steel. Women can smell bullshit a mile away, and it's a killer. Here's why it's brutal. Respect in relationships lives or dies on trust. When you lie about where you were, what you think, or why you're late, she stops seeing you as a man of your word. Attraction fades too. Nothing's less appealing than a guy she can't rely on. Relationship mistakes men make like this turn healthy relationships with women into shaky ground where she's always second-guessing. You might think you're dodging drama, but you're building a bigger mess. Take my friend Ryan. Cool guy, funny as hell, but he had this habit of bending the truth. Dating Kelly, he'd say he was working late when he was really grabbing beers with us. Or he'd fake agreeing with her plans just to avoid a fight. One night she caught him, found a bar receipt in his jacket. She didn't yell. She just went quiet. Later she told him, "I can't trust you, Ryan. What else is fake?" He swore it was nothing big, but the damage was done. That doubt ate at her respect, and the spark fizzled. They're done now. Dishonesty was the axe. Marcus Aurelius said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Truth is your backbone, man. Lose it, and you're spineless in her eyes. Here's the fix. Own it. Be straight. Say, "I'm grabbing a drink with the guys," not, "I've got paperwork." If you mess up, admit it. "I screwed up. Here's the real deal." Transparency builds trust. Dodging breaks it. And hey, if you're digging this Stoic blueprint wisdom, hit that like button and subscribe. We're halfway through and there's more gold coming. How to maintain attraction? Live honest. It's the strongest move you've got. Let's dig into 7th mistake, which is not respecting each other's boundaries. Hey man, this is a big one. If you're steamrolling her boundaries, you're not just crossing a line. You're dynamiting the trust that holds attraction and respect together. Not respecting boundaries isn't about being bold. It's about missing the memo that she's a person, not your personal playground. This one's a silent assassin. Here's the breakdown. Boundaries are her way of saying, "This is me, respect it." Could be needing alone time, saying no to plans, or keeping some stuff private. When you push past that, guilting her into hanging out, prying into her phone, or ignoring her, "Not tonight," you're shredding respect in relationships. She stops feeling safe, and that's a death knell. Attraction fades fast. Nobody's drawn to a guy who acts like he owns her. Relationship mistakes men make like this turn healthy relationships with women into battlegrounds where she's always on defense. My friend Alex stepped right into this trap. He was with Mia, chill girl, super independent. She'd tell him, "I need a night to recharge." But Alex couldn't handle it. He'd show up anyway, joking, "What, you don't miss me?" Or he'd nag her to spill every detail about her day. Mia put up with it, till she didn't. One fight, she snapped, "You don't get me, Alex. I'm done." He thought he was being attentive. She felt smothered. That disrespect tanked her trust, and he lost her. I saw it coming. He didn't. Seneca dropped this truth. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Alex imagined she'd leave if he didn't cling. Reality was she left because he didn't back off. Respecting boundaries isn't weakness, it's strength under control. Here's how to fix it. Listen when she draws a line. She says, "I need space." Say, "Cool, hit me up when you're ready." Don't poke at her privacy. Let her share when she wants. Ask, "What works for you here?" And mean it. It's not about losing ground. It's about building trust. That's how to maintain attraction and keep respect solid. Give her room to breathe and she'll stick around. All right, brother. Here is the eighth mistake, which is failing to value or appreciate the partner. This is a harsh wake-up. If you're taking her for granted, you're not just coasting, you're draining the life out of attraction and respect in your relationship. Failing to value or appreciate her isn't about forgetting a thank you. It's acting like she's a given, not a gift. Women feel that neglect, and it stings deep. Here's why it's a gut punch. Respect in relationships thrives when she knows you see her worth. When you stop noticing the little things, her cooking dinner, her laugh, her support, it's like telling her she's invisible. Attraction fades too. She's not drawn to a guy who treats her like wallpaper. Relationship mistakes men make like this turn healthy relationships with women into quiet resentment zones. You might think she'll stick around anyway, but unappreciated women don't stay inspired, they drift. My friend Paul learned this the slow, painful way. He was with Jess, sweet girl, always had his back. She'd plan date nights, cheer him up after rough days, but Paul? Barely a nod. He'd eat the meals she made, mumble good, and scroll his phone. One day she stopped trying, left a note. "I'm tired of feeling like I don't matter." Paul was floored. He told me, "I didn't know she needed more. I thought we were fine." Nah, man, he'd stopped showing her she was valued. That neglect killed her spark, and she walked. He's still kicking himself. Robert Greene hits it in the 48 Laws of Power. Do not take your allies for granted. Courtesy and attention keep them loyal. Appreciation isn't fluff, it's fuel. Ignore it, and you're running on empty. Here's the fix. See her, say it. Notice what she does. Next time she cooks, say, "Damn, this is awesome. Thanks." Drop a random, "You're the best part of my day," when she least expects it. Small gestures, flowers, a hug, go miles. Don't just think it, show it. How to maintain attraction? Make her feel prized, not presumed. She'll respect a man who lifts her up, not one who lets her fade. All right, man. This ninth mistake is a cold splash of reality. If you're too busy for her, you're not just juggling priorities. You're dropping the ball on attraction and respect. Not making time for the relationship isn't about skipping a date night. It's letting work, buddies, or Netflix shove her to the back burner. Women don't stick around for crumbs. Here's the deal. Healthy relationships with women need fuel, and time is the premium stuff. When you're always too tired or gotta finish this game, she stops feeling like a priority. Respect in relationships takes a hit. She can't trust you to show up when it counts. Attraction fades fast. Nobody's hot for a ghost who's never there. Relationship mistakes men make like this turn us into me, and that's a slow bleed out. You might think she gets it, but neglect whispers louder than words. My friend Nick ran smack into this. He's a workhorse, sales job, always grinding. His girl, Tara, was cool with it at first, but Nick kept bailing, canceling dinners for late calls, brushing off weekends with, "I'll make it up." Tara'd wait, smiling less each time. One night she hit him with, "I'm not your side gig, Nick. I'm done waiting." He laughed it off, thinking she'd chill. She didn't. packed her stuff and left. Nick told me, "I thought she knew I was busy for us." Nope, she needed him, not excuses. That time gap killed her faith in him. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Time's yours to control, man. Don't let it slip. Here's how to fix it. Carve it out. Block an hour, phone off, just you and her. Plan a real date, dinner, a walk, whatever, and stick to it. Say, you're worth this, and mean it. Balance work, sure, but don't bullshit yourself. She's not later. How to maintain attraction? Show up. She'll respect a man who puts her on the calendar, not the sidelines." All right, gents, now we are moving on 10th mistake, which is not showing affection or intimacy. Picture this. If you're letting affection and intimacy slip through your fingers, you're not just dimming the lights, you're plunging attraction and respect into the dark. Skimping on the warm stuff isn't about playing it cool. It's about leaving her cold when she's craving connection. Women need that fire. Don't let it burn out. Here's the scoop. Intimacy, both the physical kind and the heart-to-heart stuff, is the heartbeat of healthy relationships with women. When you stop with the hugs, kisses, or even a solid "I'm here for you," she's left feeling like a tenant, not a treasure. Respect in relationships crumbles. She starts doubting you're still invested. Attraction? Iced out. Nothing snuffs desire like a man who's gone from lover to stranger. Relationship mistakes men make like this turn a vibrant bond into a flat line, and she'll drift if you don't step up. My friend Sam walked this tightrope. Quiet guy, married to Leah. Lively, big soul woman. Early days, he'd grab her hand, sneak kisses, keep her close. But life got heavy, work piled up, and he pulled back. Leah'd lean in on the couch. He'd edge away, muttering, "Not now." She stopped reaching. One night, she broke. "You don't touch me anymore. I'm alone with you here." Sam shrugged. "I'm still around, right?" Bad call. That chill froze her out, and her spark for him dimmed. They're hanging by a thread now. Robert Greene nails it in The Art of Seduction. Physical contact is the root of desire. Without it, the flower withers. Affection's your ace, man. Play it or lose it. Here's the move. Reignite it. Start easy. Hold her hand walking. Kiss her cheek out of nowhere. Say, "You're still my favorite," and back it with action. Cuddle up, linger in a hug. Keep it real. Oh, and if this is hitting home, smash that like button, subscribe to Stoic Blueprint, and drop a comment. What's your take on intimacy? How to maintain attraction? Stay warm. She'll respect a man who keeps the flame alive. All right, fellas, the last mistake on this list is mistake number 11, being immature. Imagine this. If you're still acting like a kid in a man's body, you're not just stalling. You're sinking attraction and respect faster than a lead balloon. Being immature isn't about cracking jokes or loving video games. It's dodging responsibility and acting like life's one big playground. Women don't sign up for that ride. Here's the lowdown. Maturity is the backbone of respect in relationships. When you flake on promises, sulk over petty stuff, or treat serious moments like a gag, she stops seeing you as a rock she can lean on. Attraction fades too. There's no heat in a guy who'd rather play than step up. Relationship mistakes men make like this turn healthy relationships with women into babysitting gigs, and she'll check out when she's tired of parenting you. It's not about losing fun, it's about owning your weight. My friend Kyle ran headfirst into this wall. Chill dude, always the life of the party. Met Anna, smart and grounded. Early on, she loved his energy. But then bills piled up, and Kyle's fix was, hey, it'll sort itself out, while he gamed all night. Anna'd push for a budget talk. He'd pout, you're no fun. One time she needed him after a bad day. He laughed it off with, cheer up, babe. She told me later, I can't build with a boy. Kyle thought he was keeping it light. Anna saw a man-child. She bailed, and he's still clueless. Seneca cuts through. No man was ever wise by chance. Maturity's a choice, man. Don't drift into it. Grab it. She won't wait for you to grow up on accident. Here's how to fix it. Level up. Keep your word. If you say you'll do it, do it. Face the tough stuff. Sit down, plan, listen when she's serious. Ditch the tantrums. If you're mad, say it like an adult, not a brat. Fun's fine. Game on, crack jokes, but balance it with duty. Want respect in relationships? Act like a man she can count on. Attraction follows when she sees you're solid, not a project. All right, gents, we've walked through the fire. 11 mistakes men make that can torch attraction and respect in relationships. From poor communication to acting like a kid who never grew up. These aren't just slip-ups. They're traps that can unravel even the strongest bonds. But here's the kicker. Knowing them is half the battle. Fixing them is where you become the man she sticks with. Let's recap the big hits. Clamming up kills trust. Talk to her, man. Emotional intelligence isn't soft, it's strength. Read her, feel something. Neglecting growth? She'll outpace you. Neediness screams weak. Stand tall. Hiding emotions builds walls. Open the gate a crack. Dishonesty? Trust gone. Boundaries matter. Respect them. Forgetting to value her turns love cold. Show it. No time for her. She's not waiting. Affection's fuel. A don't starve the flame. And immaturity? Grow up or lose out. These relationship mistakes men make aren't fate. They're choices you can flip. Why does this hit hard? Because healthy relationships with women aren't a luxury. They're a proving ground for who you are. Attraction keeps her eyes on you. Respect keeps her by your side. Lose either and you're drifting. But master this, and you're not just keeping her, you're building something unbreakable. Stoic blueprints about that. Wisdom, grit, action. So take this and run with it. Pick one mistake. Start there. Talk more. Listen better. Value her. Grow. How to maintain attraction? Be the man she can't look away from. If this lit a spark, hit that like button and subscribe to Stoic Blueprint. We're here to keep you sharp. You've got the tools now. Go forge something real.